I'm here with Cindy today. And Cindy, why don't you tell us a little about how you found me and how you found our office, and a little bit about the journey that you've been going through so far.
Okay. My name is Cindy, and let me try not to get emotional because it is an emotional journey. I was diagnosed in December of 2021 with stage 4 colon cancer with metastasis to my liver. And I started my journey like everybody else does, with an oncologist, doing chemo, doing traditional treatments. And I was advised by my oncologist originally, you know, eat whatever you want. You're going to lose weight during chemo, so you want to keep your weight up and blah, blah, blah. And I had asked, you know, if there's anything specific I should eat, and they said no. When I started my chemo treatments and I wasn't getting sick from them, like I was handling them really well, I decided maybe I should be proactive and I should try to help myself get healthy from the inside out. So I found this book, How to Starve Cancer, and I started reading about it, and I started learning about how bad all the chemo can be and how you actually need so much more to help yourself get better. So I started changing my diet, and I started reading and learning about supplements through the book. And I took the online course and I learned even more. And then I call it divine intervention. I had a friend reach out to me and say, hey, I have a friend who is a nurse and she does nutrition and blah, blah, blah. And she can help you. And I ended up talking to Terry on the phone.
Wonderful.
And then Terry started talking to me about where she works and what you do. And I was just like, and I had been through the book, had been learning about the Care Oncology Clinic and supplements and off-label meds and things like that. And when she told me where she works and what you do, it was almost like literally divine intervention. Like, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So I came to your session where you talked, the seminar, yep. And I understood everything you were saying because I had read the book and I knew the words you were saying, and I felt a connection right away. And I signed up that day. I was like, this is exactly what I want. I'm local to the area, so it was even more convenient than doing the COC, which would have been a Zoom call with a doctor and all of that. Not to mention you have the IV vitamin C and the mistletoe and the ozone and all the other things that I was interested in doing. And I started here with your treatments probably the end of May, beginning of June. I feel better than I did before I was diagnosed. I'm maintaining my weight, my diet. I've changed my diet completely. I have crazy energy. I still do chemo. I was doing chemo 1 week and your stuff 1 week, right. Chemo. Now, because my scans were so good in October, I went from 27 plus tumors in my liver down to between 10 and 15. Only 4 of them, only 4.
Take your time. It's okay.
Only 4 of those were measurable, and they've all shrunk. Obviously, what I'm doing is working. So, I mean, it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah. What does your oncologist say, or do they even know what you're doing?
They know I come to wellness to get blood work, and they know I take some supplements, but they do not know everything else.
Sorry, I don't have a Kleenex here.
That's okay.
Otherwise, I gave you
That's
one.
Okay. I'm good. They don't know the IVs and all that other stuff. You're doing
on your own.
Because I had asked about that stuff just through my reading, and they were not on board with it. They were not on the same page. They didn't. And they're great. I love them.
Sure.
I have nothing bad to say about them, except they're trained in a certain way, and they don't think outside the box, and they don't think about nutrition. They think about what they've been trained to do, which is the chemo. And the chemo, I mean, I fully believe right now that these two directions are working in synergy with each other.
Sure. And
I kind of need both right now.
Well, I agree. And you know, with our program here, this is a support program, and you can do it. And in my opinion, you should do it in conjunction with conventional therapies.
Right.
It doesn't have to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It doesn't have to be used in isolation.
Right.
And that's part of the beauty of it. It is a support program that's helping to support the healthy cells, you know, because the chemo can destroy both the cancer and the healthy cells.
Right.
So we're trying to maintain your immune response properly and reduce inflammation at the same time, because chemo causes a lot of inflammation.
And they wanted to put a hepatic artery pump in me back in like April. And I had been reading about the amounts of chemo, and I asked if I stay stable, because I knew at that point I was going to do something more. And again, they weren't on board. So I said, if I stay stable, can I just hold on the surgery? And they said, yeah, sure, no problem. And it's just been, my response to both the chemo and the supplements has been incredible. And I feel so good and so empowered. It's real, and I'm really passionate about it, as you can tell. And I feel like my goal now is to spread the word and let other people know, like, just because you're diagnosed with stage 4 does not mean there's no hope. You can either live with it, hopefully get into remission. That's my goal. But either way, I have tons of energy. I don't miss work. It's been a really, in a weird way, it's been a really good journey. It probably has taught me more about my body than I would have known if I hadn't been diagnosed.
Mm-hmm. How about your family? Are they supportive?
Oh my gosh, yeah, absolutely. In the beginning, my mom thought I was going rogue. Like I was just, she thought I was just going to not listen to the doctors and go do my own thing. And now they're fully on board, and they see the progress that I'm making. And it's been. And
you have children?
I do. I have two kids, 22 and 19, one in college, one in the Air Force.
Oh, very nice.
So they're both away. And they're incredibly supportive and proud. They're just kind of blown away.
And what type of things do you do in your own diet or lifestyle too to complement what you're doing?
Well, I cut out all refined sugar, and that's a part-time job, in and of itself. Everything has sugar in it. I cut out sugar, I cut out dairy, I limit my animal proteins to organic chicken, organic eggs in small quantities, a lot of fruits and vegetables, and I exercise, and I do a lot of outside activities. I go to work. I haven't missed a day of work. I feel great.
That's fantastic.
I really feel good.
Good. And what message would you have for other patients who are in similar position?
If they were patients who have not started on supplements or vitamins or change a diet, I would say you should absolutely go in that direction. I have to thank you and just everything that you do here. It's amazing. It's a shame that there are not more integrative doctors and doctors that do this, because people can actually live and not, it's sad that so many people don't know. It's really sad. And the more I research and the more I learn and the more I do, the more I know, like, there's so many people that probably haven't made it through this, and they could have.
Yeah.
So it's sad, but I am all about spreading the word. Like, I tell everybody. I have mentioned your name on so many Facebook sites and different things like that. Like, it's just amazing. Well, I call it now a purpose-driven life at this point. That's kind of my mantra. I have a purpose-driven life. Like, I've always helped people. I am a probation officer. I do it on a more of a counseling type level. But now I feel like when I retire, I have another purpose to help people, just a different direction. I don't tell my personal information, but I have shared it with 2 people that were struggling. And I did tell them, like, it's different, but it's the same. Both of us have to get up every morning, put our feet on the ground and say, what am I going to do right today? What choices am I going to make today? Because I could easily just go get a cheesesteak and eat something I shouldn't have, or forget to take my medicine. Like, I could easily sabotage myself, and so can they. So I have told 2 people that I thought needed to know that just because I sit on the other side of the desk from them doesn't mean I'm not fighting my own battles. Right. So, I use it to empower people when I can. And I'll stop because I could go on because I'm really passionate about it. It's life. Yeah. Like, without this, I don't know. I would have been down the rabbit hole without a doubt. So it's just incredible.
Well, thank you. And I'm hoping, what we're doing here today will also get the word out to people.
I think so too. I was very excited when I got the call. I was like, absolutely, I'm in. I'm in.
Well, thank you for coming out here today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.